Hello, y'all. All the way from California.
Oh, thank you very much. What's your name?
Let's go, black lady.
Taisha?
Yeah. Well,
Nice
what
to meet
is
you,
yours?
Steven.
Steven. Okay.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I should have said my name while shaking your hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, apologies. There's just so much going on here. All right, so Taisha, right? Got that correct? If I get it wrong again, I apologize. This is pretty simple. I mean, you hear this guy yelling. I'm not convinced that President Donald Trump is a racist. I don't buy it. Changed my mind.
I truly believe that Donald Trump's a racist.
Okay. Why?
Because Donald Trump don't understand the difference between living several lives. You know what I'm saying? Some people are growing up with silver and gold spoons in their mouth, and some people are not, right?
Right.
And I really feel that he leaned towards the side that grew up with silver and gold spoons in their mouth, right? So my side is a side that didn't grow up in that type of equality. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I just think that, you know, he's not for the people. You know what I'm saying? He's selfish and he just for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to be a part of the problem. I want to be a part of the solution. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we got to let him serve his 4 years and hope he don't get elected for a second term.
You probably will.
Huh?
You probably will.
Baby girl. You just sit there and describe classism. You didn't describe racism. The black people are not happy with your argument. Hopefully it gets better. Hey guys, if y'all like this type of content, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so that next time we post something, you'll be the first to be notified. Let's go, Taisha, let's go.
Probably won't. You know, it's a 50-50 chance.
Okay. It's a 50-50 chance.
I mean, because at the end of the day, my vote is going to say that he not get a second term.
Right.
Who all agree? Donald Trump don't need a second term? Oh, well, so maybe you got Trump support.
No, that's okay. That's okay. No, I understand where you're coming. And I certainly wasn't raised with a silver spoon.
If he don't. Exactly.
I wasn't raised with a silver spoon. But what specifically makes you think that he's a racist? Because that's a very lofty accusation, right, to toss out there.
Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I grew up around Hispanic people, you know, and I love the Hispanic people. And I understand, I mean, he has a great argument about putting the wall up at the end of the day, but I don't like the simple fact that he's separating the children from their parents. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a child development major, of course, and of course it says that a child needs to be with someone that cares for them and not with strangers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I believe in children being around either the mom or dad or someone that they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was one situation where he completely separated the mom from the child for at least 6 months, and I believe the child was not even 10 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, and you believe that makes him a racist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, would he want his son separate with him?
No, I don't think anybody would.
No.
Do you believe Barack Obama's a racist?
Not really. I mean, but Barack Obama was for everybody.
What you mean, not really? You supposed to say no. He is black. You is black. You supposed to say no. Listen, we covered that in our last black meeting. Huh? When we met, we was told that if we're asked anything about President Barack Obama, we are supposed to reply in the positive all the time. You know that. I mean, not really. No, you're supposed to say no. He's not. It's against his blackdom.
Racist.
Not really. I mean, but Barack Obama was for everybody.
But he did that.
Huh?
He did that.
I don't remember him separating no child.
So did
from
Bill
the
Clinton.
parent.
It goes actually back to the 97 Flores consent policy, where they said that you can't separate children from their parents, right? It was a problem. And so then they stopped doing it because they saw it basically as cruelty for children to be separated, and then they ended up putting them together, which is how you see these families and what they refer to as children in cages, which actually the pictures you saw happened under Barack Obama, but he did that exact same thing.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, Barack Obama deported more illegal immigrants than Donald Trump. Up to 400,000 a month. Donald Trump stayed under 300,000.
Right.
So,
but at the end of the day, Trump is still in his first term. Barack Obama already served 2 terms
but
already.
my point is he did the same thing. Does that make him a racist?
If he win the second election, I'm pretty sure his numbers will out. You know.
That still goes against your daggone point, Steven Crowder. If somebody points out something and you point out somebody else who did it, that don't cancel out somebody else's racism. That's what I would have said if I was sitting across from him. That's what I would have said. You set me next to Steven Crowder. Set me next to him. Don't sit me next to him.
Remember, Barack.
Well, no, I'm talking about on a month, an annual basis or a month-to-month basis. So I'm not saying totality. Obviously, Barack Obama would deport more. I'm talking about on a consistent sort of on a per period of time basis. So my only question to you is, you know, I don't think Barack Obama's a racist. I don't think Bill Clinton's a racist. I don't think Donald Trump's a racist. I don't think George W. Bush was a racist. But if Barack Obama and Bill Clinton did the exact same thing, do you believe that they are racist? Because that was what you said.
Right,
justified your
and
accusation.
also, like I said, I mean, Barack Obama. Okay, when you speak on Barack Obama was for all races, right?
But he did the same thing as far as separating families.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, I totally agree that he separated families and all that. But at the end of the day, let me tell you, Barack Obama was for all walks of life. Trump is not. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to come in there and cut this, cut that, cut this, cut that. Stuff that people actually rely on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not saying, well, within 5 years, he's not even pre-warning people and saying, within 5 years, I'm cutting this. Within 10 years, I'm cutting this. I think it's only fair if you see poor people, you need to pre-warn them so they can make changes in their life and get prepared for things to be cut.
Right. So you are saying, I just want to make sure that I understand this. You said because he separated families, that was racist. Mm-hmm. But it's not racist for Barack Obama to do it because you believe that in combination with the fact that Trump is not for everyone, you believe he's racist.
At the end of the day, I think everybody have racism in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are, you have racism in it.
So not Donald Trump particularly more than
because
anyone else.
Say like you're walking, I mean, say like you're driving down the street. You get called, you might call somebody out their name, you know what I'm saying? Pertaining to their race. You know, so I think we are
Asian
racist.
Drivers, is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I get it.
Nothing. But personally, I hope he don't get a second term. I just don't hope that.
Right, but I do think it's important. I mean, because accusing somebody of racism, right, that can be something that alters people's lives. You know, if someone isn't a racist and they're called a racist, right, they can't get a job. Right, they're tarred and feathered for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And we see what Donald Trump isn't for all people. I mean, I don't agree. Black Americans have it better under Donald Trump than they did under Barack Obama. Rasmussen poll actually showed at the end of Obama, black people answered saying they don't think that life was better for black Americans under Obama. Look, these are polls from Gallup and Rasmussen, and black unemployment is at an all-time low. So it seems to me that he's doing some things that are benefiting everybody.
Right, but, okay, put it like this. When Barack Obama had got in office, he tried to create health care for everyone, right? What has Trump done as far as health care concerned? He's trying to cut it.
Well, he's trying to improve health care for everyone.
Another thing.
Because health care became way too expensive for people with the Obama exchange care. Right. People who were in the middle class, they didn't qualify for the benefits, and so they were harmed. Right? So what Donald Trump is trying to do, and I agree, he hasn't done enough on health care, but he's trying to fix it in a different way. So my point is, I think, here's what I would ask you. Do you think that maybe, just maybe, and I appreciate how civil this has been compared to that guy screaming and yelling, just hold on. Thanks. That maybe you have a preconceived notion about President Trump, and so you...
All right. I'm going to tell y'all why Black America feels like he's racist. And I don't know why nobody's saying this. It's because of his slogan. That's for the main part. His slogan, Make America Great Again. And black people were always asking, okay, at what time period are you talking about when you said again? Because something that we hold is a chip on our shoulders. Chip. I'm talking about some Doritos, some Frito-Lays, some barbecue, some Ripples, whatever type of chips you, some little Pringles. We hold chips on our shoulders, and we're talking about again. When was again? Like, okay, are you talking about 60 years ago? You're talking about 80? You're talking about 200? You're talking about 400? When was again? Huh? Tell us when was again. And that question wasn't answered clearly. And because of that slogan, that was more than enough. Was Donald Trump racist? Probably not. Did he do a good job? For some he did, for some he didn't. President Barack Obama, did he do a good job? For some he did, for some he didn't. As a matter of fact, a lot of black people was mad at President Barack Obama because they figure since he's a black president, you should probably do a whole lot for black people now. Since you're black and you're in the White House, the most important job in the entire world, You should be doing a whole bunch of stuff for black people. Everything should be black, 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 black. And black people get this, and black people get that, and black people get this. Everything black, 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 blacker, black, blackity, black, black, black. So when anybody was asked after he was done, how did you feel about President Barack Obama? Did he do for the black community what you thought he was going to do? Most people be like, nah, he didn't. Because, you know, he was just like everybody else. Well, duh, he was the president of America. Not only black people was he the president of. So he had to try to wheel and deal for the liberal side. That's where he screwed up. Because that's the part that screws up everybody. They keep on trying to do things for, you know, and that's not right. That's not right at all. So it's because of the MAGA thing. Okay, when it comes to make America great again, black people just wanted to know what time frame was again. And that question was never answered clearly. Because if you go back 80 years, if you go back 60 years, and then if you go back even further than that, so that's how it was for black people. And I think hopefully y'all can understand that. We just wanted to know when again was. If again was 20 years ago, hey, wow, yeah, 20 years ago probably was a good year. 30 years ago, yeah, that probably was a good year too. When I was like 13. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about 60 plus, dude, how can we be with that? I need for y'all to answer that truthfully. How can black people be with that? I'm talking about the slogan. That's all. And it might be the silliest thing in the world to you. It might be dumb as hell to you. But that's all we wanted to know. When was again? Was again past 40 years? Or was it, you know, within the last 40 years? What are we talking about here? Are you talking about when you was on The Apprentice and you had the #1 show? Is that the again you're talking about? Because then when you had Lil Jon, yeah, okay. You had Arsenio Hall inside your daggone show wagging his long finger. Yeah, Donald Trump used to be cool as hell to the black community when he was on TV and all that other stuff. But when that MAGA thing came out, it became different because black people started to figure, okay, we know that you seem cool. You've always seemed cool. We don't care if you're a crooked politician. Not saying that you are, but if you were, we already assume that most politicians are crooked any daggone way. We think that's part of the job. In order to become the #1 stunner of the entire country, you probably have to be a little gangster. We get it. But it was that again, that last A on that MAGA, that right there was the question. And that's the part that nobody is presenting. Like, because honestly, Donald Trump ain't no worse than anybody else at all. He's not. Neither are some of you. And I say some of you because some of y'all are just, some of y'all are ridiculous. So am I sometimes, depending on the day, what I've been going through and how you catch me. Like, seriously, we all have our moments. So we are never in a position to put anybody beneath us. But that last A in Make America Great Again, that again never was answered for the black community. And that's what we wanted answers for. Never got answers for it. I still don't know the time frame for that again. Because in black people's minds, if you go back past 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, 200 years, in black people's minds, for most white people, times were pretty daggone good. So that's what that's the part right there. That's just me. And I'm speaking for people that's not here to speak for themselves.
Racism there where it may not be. You maybe have some prejudice. Do you think that could be fair to say?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not prejudiced. I wouldn't say I'm prejudiced. I'm absolutely not prejudiced. I didn't deal with all walks of life, all races. I didn't work around.
No, I mean
all
Donald
races.
Trump. Donald Trump, prejudice against Donald Trump, because you seem to sort of presuppose that he's a racist before you analyze his actions.
I just personally don't like the guy because of the simple fact of, you know, how could you elect a president that got away with so much? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
He don't even like women. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, I think he likes women a lot.
No. For a simple fact is, he grabs them by the crotch and all that.
I think he likes them. He might like them a little too much.
Nah, but that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's disrespectful, yeah.
If you and your wife was walking down the truck driving you, I'm pretty sure you would have wanted to knock him out.
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course. If it were my wife. I thought you were saying he was gay.
No, I wasn't saying he was gay.
No.
I'm saying that, how could you elect someone that, under these circumstances of what they did there?
I mean, but he didn't do that publicly. I mean, come on now. Like, well, he might have said it. The recording came out that he said it, but everybody say stuff when they're not being recorded. I mean, we got somebody under a microscope whose recording comes out where he said something about grabbing somebody by the vagina. To him, that was sexy. To the girl, it might have been sexy. And to whoever he was talking to, thought it was funny. So he probably felt like he was in good company around somebody who wasn't a daggone snake in the grass, who wasn't gonna go snitch on him and be a punk. That's not on Donald Trump. I'm not putting that on him. He was being a man. And women say worse things when y'all are around each other. Y'all say worse things. Trust me, I know that. 1,000%. I be ear hustling, hearing y'all objectifying men, objectifying me because I got guns. You been like, oh yeah, look at them guns. I hear y'all.
Whether if they're past or present, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I'm not here to defend everything from Donald Trump. I just don't see any evidence that Donald Trump is a racist. I see a lot of evidence to the contrary, and that you see him heaping praise on all kinds of black Americans. He was the first president to release that, I forgot her name, the black woman who was in there for drug-related crimes. He commuted her sentence. She was out. Barack Obama never did it. Actually, I think I might have her. I'll find her name now. It wasn't Anita. It was, what was her name, Darren? The lady who he commuted her sentence, black lady.
You ain't even gotta look that up. It don't matter. Yeah, he got a bunch of people released. He got Kodak Black released from jails. He got Lil Wayne released. He got a few people released, black people. Yeah, he did that. And he probably did it because he really had relationships with them. He probably had relationships with the people they did business with. He probably thought it was good for his campaign, that he'll look better amongst a certain race of people if he did it. You don't know what it was. It doesn't matter. All of it was strategy. It doesn't matter. Oh, what other black person he got released? Oh, what about the other black person? He did another black person. It was God dang it. It was another black person. I think it was like 3 or 4 of them. Barack Obama only released he ain't released no black people. Huh?
Crimes.
Well, maybe he likes some of them.
Do you remember that? If someone could Google really quickly, the black lady, Donald Trump commuted her sentence for drug-related crimes. It wasn't Anita. It was with an A though. Allison. Alice what? Alice Marie Johnson. So he did that and talked about what a great woman she was. I mean, my point, yeah, maybe with some black people.
Right.
But the point is, I don't think we've seen him do anything that would indicate he hates black people.
But he could have done that because he don't want people to believe that he racist. He could have did something like that, like just little
But
things.
that's only if you assume he's racist, though. See, you're saying because you don't, but you're assuming that he is racist.
She's a sweetheart. She's really nice, actually. She's really trying to pick at some things. You know what I mean? She seems nice.
He's not.
I'm never gonna be convinced that he's not.
Well, that's not fair.
I just
It's not fair to say that, though. Shouldn't you have to prove that someone's racist?
Yeah, you should.
I mean, I've been accused of being a racist just because I believe that we should have border security.
Right.
I mean,
I think we should have border security too.
He's biracial. He works for me.
Right.
He's quarter black.
Right.
Yeah, you know, my point is, and I'm not saying that's my token black friend, but the point is.
Yeah, you are, Steven. You're not supposed to do that. That's not nice. White people, if you're ever accused of being racist, please do not try to point at your nearest mixed friend or coworker or employee to prove that you're not racist. That actually does not prove it.
It doesn't mean that you hate black people just because someone says it. Let me read you a couple of quotes. I want to see if you think that these are racist, okay? And the reason is just because this is an exercise. It's not a gotcha.
Where are these quotes coming from?
Well, I don't want to tell you first, okay? Let's read these as Donald Trump quotes.
I know you didn't look that up through Wikipedia.
No, these are real quotes. I promise you, okay? All right, so hold on a second. Let me find this here really quickly.
I mean, because I know in college we're taught to give someone credit if you're, you know.
Yeah. I'll give you a good credit afterward, but I want to see because this is a mental exercise. I think you're attributing a little bit more racism than is actually there.
Okay.
And we've all done it if it's someone we don't like, mind you, right? I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Barack Obama. I come from Quebec, socialist province, so I might have had some blind spots where I attributed motive in my mind where I shouldn't have. So I'll admit that. All right. So let me ask you this: do you take this as a racist quote? Legal immigrants enrich our nation and strengthen our society in countless ways. I want people to come into our country in the largest numbers ever, but they do have to come in legally. Is that racist?
That don't sound racist.
That's not racist. Okay.
He's just saying that he don't want to come in illegally. He got to come in illegally.
Okay. America proudly welcomes millions of lawful immigrants who enrich our society and contribute to our nation, but all Americans are hurt by uncontrolled illegal immigration.
Not always true.
Okay. But you wouldn't say that's racist?
Yeah, it sounds racist because we're not always hurt by illegal immigrants.
No, he said, but all Americans are hurt. Not always hurt, but all Americans are hurt.
I get what he's saying.
All right, what about this?
Maybe as far as taking away our resources and all that.
So maybe. All right, I'm reading these in progressive order, right?
Okay.
The American people who are American people are welcoming and generous people, but those who enter our country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law. And because we live in an age where terrorists are challenging our borders, we cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, and unchecked. Americans are right to demand better border security and better enforcement of immigration laws. Does that sound racist?
No, don't sound racist.
That don't sound racist? That doesn't sound racist? Good. We are a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous.
But he only on.
That's why over the past 6 to criminals are up. So you think this is racist? This one?
No, it's not racist. Actually, because it's only pertaining to legal immigrants. You know.
Right.
My question was, do we like all walks of life? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just not illegal immigrants. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
So you don't think any of those were racist?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Because half of those are Barack Obama. Donald Trump and Barack Obama are very similar in immigration policy.
Okay, but you know, I know the difference between somebody being racist and somebody not being racist.
Right. So what would be an example of Donald Trump being explicitly racist?
What you don't understand is who you're talking with.
Just the things he do, the cuts that he makes and all that stuff. I mean,
but if you
he wants to like take, you know, just take different things away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I haven't too much read up on what he cut lately, but I know he cut some things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember he tried to take the
what makes you turn your head?
I think he tried to take the free phone away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That doesn't mean he's a racist.
That is racist. You know why? Because
you're assuming that only black people need free
no,
phones.
not only black people. Everybody, every walk of life needs a free phone. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody goes on hard times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when it's not about politics.
I don't agree.
I'm saying,
I respectfully disagree.
What I'm saying is, he's racist towards. He's not. I guess he's not racist towards different races. He's just racist towards. The simple fact is, like, he don't understand that, you know, you have actually poor people out there.
You think he's insensitive toward poor people?
He's completely.
And poor people could be black, white, brown.
Exactly.
Okay. So you don't think he's racist? You think he's more classist?
That's that part right there.
I said that in the beginning. We went all around Sally's barn just so you...
Okay.
So maybe I'm mixing racism with class.
Well, that's fine. That was productive, I think. We both discussed that and figured it out. Yeah.
But I just still don't think he's a good president to be in, you know,
that's fine.
Country, you know
I understand.
And she's saying that because that whole that presidential, not being presidential, you got to be presidential. You got the biggest job in the world, and that job, it usually looks a certain type of way, and it's you know, you usually got to have a certain level of class, and you say certain things and you don't say certain things. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump said, "I'm doing me, bro."
You need somebody that understands all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to help our country, not hurt our country.
But our country's doing better than ever before.
At the end of the day,
I mean, we do have record low unemployment. We have higher wages. You know,
right.
We have a job surplus. There are more jobs available than ever before. Our country's doing really well. So everyone is doing really well.
Right.
There's more class mobility. Now, it's never perfect, but I would say that is indicative of someone who's trying to improve the country for everyone. But, you know, we can disagree on that. But,
right.
Okay.
But when you start cutting stuff, from the poor people, it's more crime. Because why? They're gonna start talking to people that has more, whether they work for it or they got it with how they got it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think an antidote to more crime is more employment. We have more employment than ever before, so
Well,
maybe
no,
that's
that's
why
not
we have
always. That's not always. What about the people that don't want to work?
those people.
What about the
those people are
people that
useless.
rely? People
who don't wanna work?
Totally agree.
Yeah, I have
You know
no
what I'm
tolerance for
saying?
people who don't wanna
What
work.
about the people that relies on the government and all that stuff? And then if he cut that,
Cut it.
no. Why?
People,
What you mean?
people who
cut
don't
it?
want to work, cut it.
What do you mean cut it?
Cut that.
I wouldn't want to cut it. Why? Because anybody can fall on hard times. Somebody can lose their job.
But you just said people who don't want to work.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm talking
People
about
that
serial
don't wanna
welfare
work.
recipients. Cut it.
Okay. But at the end of the day,
And I don't think that's
okay,
racist.
them and the people that falls on hard times, because everybody falls on hard
I
times.
fall on hard times, but that's very different. That's
And then some people
much
get
easier to
back up.
measure than people who don't want to work.
Right.
So, when you look at, like, for example, the Green New Deal, or look at some of the proposals from Cortez,
I don't want it cut. You know why? Because I think it's going to increase the crime rate.
Trump supporters have
I don't
so much
care.
confidence in what
I
you're
do.
doing.
I don't care if it increases the crime
I
rate.
do.
I don't think it will, but I don't care. If someone doesn't want to work, I
I'm
don't
a
think it's
single
my
mom
job to
with
pay
8
for
kids.
that.
You think I want crime rate increase? I don't want nobody to be breaking in my house thinking, oh, she got this, she got that, just because they see me with a brand new car.
Coward.
Well, if you're affording a brand new car because you're working, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I don't want to have a gun at my head and be held hostage by someone who doesn't want to work, saying, "Hey, give me this free stuff, otherwise I'm going to commit crime." That's not how it works. No.
Well,
If
but
you don't
that's
get
not
free.
how
You
it
don't
works,
get free
but that's
stuff,
technically
and if
how
you
it
commit
works.
crime, we lock you up.
Right, right. But guess what? Somebody might have to get hurt or die before that person get locked up.
Well, just lock them up. I think it's a better solution than giving people free stuff because we're afraid they might loot and cause crimes. I don't believe that's how. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't necessarily agree.
Right.
I understand people fall in hard times, but
But
people
I
who
think-
don't want to work, they shouldn't eat.
They would have
I
not
think it's a
held him
difference
accountable.
between a man and a woman because probably a person would target me more than they target you because you're a man. They know you're gonna fight.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's
And
why
they-
you should own a
they
gun
know
to
me.
defend yourself.
Even though the
A
guy's
lot of people
dead.
tell me that.
You
You
do
know what I'm saying?
understand?
But I got God in my life, so.
Well, that's good, but say a prayer, but also lock your doors and pop the magazine in there. Thank you. Was it Taisha? Okay, thank you, Taisha. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
All right.
It was very productive. You have a good day. God bless you. 8 children?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough. Godspeed.
And a college student.
Oh, good for you. Awesome. Thank you.
Nurse major.
I'm glad. I was hoping that they'll show the guy with the megaphone, but because they clickbaited him at the beginning. But I'm glad that they didn't give him any airtime. They gave him the beginning. That was enough for him. You know what I mean? But I thought that I was expecting something that didn't happen. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. If you have any questions for anything that I said in this video, please feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully it's through the Patreon at any tier. But just pull up. We can have a conversation. You don't believe so? Then slide inside the Discord. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, love y'all. See you next time.